Good day, everyone. I'm Mary Espanol, the scrim for Block 8. This time we're going to discuss what is forensic ballistic, why do we need to study, and what are the importance of a forensic ballistic. So first, let's define what is a forensic ballistic or a ballistic. Ballistic is the science that deals with the motions, behavior, and effects of projectile, especially especially to the bullets, gravity bombs, rockets, or others. The science of art of designing and the hurling projectile so as to achieve a desired performance. A ballistic it is a body which is free to move, behave, and be modified in appearance, contour, or texture by ambient conditions, substances, or forces, as by the pressure of gases and gun, by rippling in the barrel, by gravity, by temperature, or by air practicals. Firearms ballistic it is a information is used in forensic science separately from ballistic information, firearms and tool mark examination. It involves analyzing firearms, ammunition, and tool mark evidence in order to establish whether a certain firearms or tool was used in the commission of a crime. Why do we need to study a forensic ballistic? As a criminology student, it is important to mag-study as a forensic ballistic para mahibaw-an nato kung unsa kalayo ang distance sa pagpusil or what kind of gun kanang ginayuse sa pagpatay sa tao. So there are the three types of motion. First is direct motion. It is the forward motion of the bullet. So direct motion it is a kanang direction direction sa imong pagpusil sa katao. The second is a rotary motion. It is the action of bullet passing through the rifle bore or a barrel firearms. Number 3 is a translational motion. It is the action of bullet once it hits the target and subsequently recorded. So there are related terms in interior ballistics. First is the action. The action is terms to referring to the mechanism of a firearm. The second is burning rate. It is an arbitrary index of the quickness that burning propellant changes into gas. Burning rate is controlled by the chemical composition, the size and shape of the propellant grains, and the pressure at which the burning takes place. IMR or 5010 powder, it is a very slow burning and bull eye is fast burning. Number 3 is bull destiny. This is the ratio of the weight of the ungiven volume of powder versus the weight of the same volume of water. Number 4 is chamber pressure. It is the pressure generated within the chamber, erroneously called breeches pressure. Number 5 is charge weight to the bullet weight ratio. It is the ratio of the weight of the powder charged with the weight of the projectile. Number 6 is detonation. It is a chemical rearrangement of molecules into gas instead of solid to cause a high explosive to exert full power of shock. The speed of detonation varies in different explosives, but its sum it is the high as 700 yards and a second. Number 7 is energy. It is the measure in foot-pounds, and 1 foot-pounds means that the amount of energy which would be capable of lifting a weight of 1 pound through a distance of 1 foot drop block action. This is a type of action in which the bench block raises and forces vertically and cuts in the receiver side walls. It is a lever acute as a rule. Number 8 is expansion ratio. It is the ratio of the capacity of the powder chamber plus bore. or it is a grain of the water, or the capacity of the powder chamber, or in grains of water. Number 9 is foot. It is found that the amount of the work required to raise 1 pound 1 foot high against the force of gravity. Number 10 is foot second. It is the velocity expressed in the foot per second. Number 11 is gas. It is the fluid resulting from the combustion of gunpowder with a relatively great expansion and a spontaneous tendency. 12 is hang fire. It is a occur when the cartridge feels explode on time or delay in firing. 13 is knocking power. It is a power of the bullet which deliver a very heavy paralyzing blow that puts the victim down and may then recover if the wound inflicted upon it not fatal. 14 is loading density. It is the ratio of the weight of the powder charged to the capacity of the powder chamber, or it is a usually expressed as the ratio of the charge weight to the capacity of powder chamber in grains of water, or it is generally the more fully the powder charge filled to case, the more consistent and accurate be loaded. On the other hand, if the loading density is too low or too much free space in the case, it can cause erratic ignition that change the pressure curve, or a moving peak towards the muzzle, or even overly rapid burning or detonation of the powder charge. So the one reason of the manual list minimum or starting loads. 15 is a misfire. It is a total failure of a cartridge to discharge, or this is a different from hang fire, which merely a delayed combustions, while a misfire is a complete failure if to start combustion. 16 is the powder chamber capacity. As with most interior ballistic capacity measurement, it is usually expressed in grains of water. It is determined by the measure of weight of the water and the fire case from the test firearms can contain with the bullet seated to its normal depth. Note that this is varies with a different bullet or seating depth, as well as a dimension of the chamber and the brand of case. 17 is a pressure outward. It is a push of gases from the powder combustion. It is against the cartridge case and the chamber of bore. 18 is suctional density. The ratio of the bullet weight, or in pounds, it is a diameter. 19 is PSI. It is pound per square inch. It is often seen designated as a PCIA. This designation is now used to signify the measurement of chamber pressure taken by the piezoelectric device. The piezoelectric units operate in a similar fashion to the copper crusher unit, but use to reusable crystal crusher that change its electrical priorities in response to pressure. When connected to suitable recording equipment, the entire pressure pulse history can be recorded to display. The peak pressure recorded by the piezoelectric peak devices is usually read about 5,000 psi higher than the figure determined by the copper crusher method. 20 is recoil. The equal and opposite reaction of the gun against the forward movement of the bullet during the explosions. 21 is residual pressure. It is the pressure remaining in the chamber after the bullet has the bottom. Next is exterior ballistic. Exterior ballistic deals with the motion of projectile from the times they leave the muzzle of the firearms to the time they hit the target. The flight of the most bullet or projectile does not exceed 30 seconds at the minimum range, which for almost any firearms to attain at the elevation of about 33. The furthermore, external ballistic is refers to attribute at a movement of the bullet after it has left the gun muzzle. It includes a muzzle blast, the noise created at the muzzle point of the gun due to the sudden escape of the expanding gas coming into contact with the air in the surrounding, the atmosphere at the muzzle point. Number two is the muzzle energy. It is the energy generated at the muzzle point. Three is trajectory. It is the actual curve path of the bullet during the flight from the gun muzzle to the target. The following are the kind of trajectory. The first is straight horizontal line, a parabola-like flight, a vertical drop. Number four is range. It is the straight distance between the muzzle point and the target. Is they have either accurate or the effective range. It is a distance within the shooter and the control of his shots, meaning he can place his shot at the desired spot. B is the minimum range. The fastest distance at the projectile can be profiled from the firearms. Number 5 is velocity. It is the rate of the speed of the bullet per unit of time. And the long barrel rifle up to 3,000 yards accurate range at its gauge muzzle velocity of 1,000 to 4,000 feet seconds. A bullet from rifled weapons spin at 2,000 to 3,000 revolution per second. But over the first few yards of trajectory, distance barriers with the weapon. Their flight is slightly unstable. At the end of the projectile wobbles before it picks up the smooth flight path. This phenomenon is called tailwheel. It is a considerable important to evaluating gunshot wounds. It is a bullet with the tailwheel does not strike its target or parry. Now, let's proceed to interior ballistic. It deals with the temperature, volume, and pressure of gases resulting from combustion of the component charged with the gun. It is also deals with the work of performance by the expansion of these gases on the guns. Its cartridge and the projectile, some of the critical elements involved in the study of the exterior ballistic are the relationship of the weight of the charge to the weight of the projectile, the length of the bore, the optimum size, shape, and this density of the propellant grains for different guns and the related problems of minimum and maximum muzzle pressures. So, note the following. The following are the characteristic. First is the British